What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, art enthusiasts and change makers? This is another episode of Art for Change podcast. Today is Therapeutic Thursday, and I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual, and my co-host is in the building. What's up, Montana Cobain?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Mad Hatter Marshall, what's up, player?
Mr. Montana, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
All right. Hey, before we jump into our show today, we are going to watch a video, and then we're going to talk about it. That's what we're going to do today. We got some other things to talk about, but this is what we're going to hit on real quick.
I'm going to mute myself there so we can watch the video.
Reporting live from Hypers Club in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm Symphony.
Oh, yeah, sleep it down, yup. Getting my better here.
Over the weekend, videos of a fight in downtown Cincinnati have been making its rounds online, sparking outrage and controversy from viewers. Multiple videos were taken from the fight that took place early Saturday morning and quickly circulated on social media. One video shows a white man knocked to the ground with several others jumping in to stump and kick him, while others shows a man hitting a woman unconscious. That same weekend, Cincinnati hosted a music festival, and initial reports of the brawl claimed it stemmed from that event. However, Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thietje claimed the brawl was not connected in any way to the festival, but instead a sudden dispute after a verbal altercation. Now, multiple news sources were unable to confirm exactly how the brawl started. According to Yahoo, witnesses told local Cincinnati news one of the groups made racial comments before the fight started, but it was unclear who the initial aggressors were. As multiple reports continue to come out from those who were there, more information continues to reveal itself. One social media user would detail some events from the evening, providing more context. On Facebook, the user wrote, "This is the beginning of the street fight in Cincinnati posted in my first two videos. It shows how the brawl broke out. A white man slapped a black man in the face while others were trying to defuse the situation. However, I stand by my original comments and still condemn the level of violence that was used in response. Our children are dying in the streets, shooting one another because they don't know how to manage conflict. This was overkill. Of course, the man should have known, especially being outnumbered, that things were not going to end well, and he must be held accountable for his actions. But it still doesn't justify knocking that woman out, taking their possessions, or stomping on their heads. I'm just saying."
So a brawl went down in Cincinnati, and I've been seeing clips of the fight, and everybody been saying, oh, it's a hate crime, and the black people just jumped on and attacked the clear folk, and the white lady was laid out. First of all, that white man slapped the black guy first. Now, I'm not saying that anybody deserves to get beat up by a mob, but you can, and they were also hurling racial slurs. You cannot physically assault somebody and then police how they react to you. You cannot physically assault somebody and then police how they react to you. Now, if I know I'm outnumbered, why in the hell would I put my hands on somebody? And everybody like, oh, what if it was the other way around? It has been the other way around for centuries. Just last month, a black man was in a bar asking about his tab because they was trying to overcharge him for drinks that he did not receive. And the whole entire bar jumped him, and they were all Caucasian men. And I didn't see y'all saying shit about it. Y'all like, yeah, it would have been worldwide news if it was black people. No, we've seen that black guy go into that bar and get beat down by a mob of white men. He had no backup. He was by himself. Y'all didn't say shit about that because y'all don't really give a fuck about semantics. Y'all only care about race because y'all are racist. And y'all feel like y'all supposed to be able to beat a black person's ass, slap a black person, accost a black person, steal a black person's property, go harass, stalk a black person. And we just ain't supposed to do nothing back. It's not 1925. You're going to fuck around and find out. Now, I don't know. They saying that a Caucasian man is actually who knocked the woman out, and it wasn't a black man. But of course, y'all want to just blame us. But you do not put your hands on somebody and expect for them to not defend themselves. Now, should the whole mob jump you? No. But that's how the cookie crumbled once you decided to choose violence. Sprella Vista, Brooklyn way.
Now, it's been reported that police have identified 5 suspects out of the crowd of 100, with more charges on the way. Police Chief Teresa Thietge did not name the charges nor the suspects, but said anyone involved will face consequences. Additionally, the suspects are not in custody either. The chief would go on to say police only received one 911 call about the fight around 3:06 a.m. 2 officers would respond 6 minutes later. However, when they arrived, the fight had broken up and the majority of people had left. As a result, Thietge would criticize bystanders for choosing to record the fight instead of contacting police. For all those people recording with cell phones and for us to only get one call is unacceptable in this city. That social media post and your coverage of it distorts the content of what actually happened and makes our jobs more difficult. The online reaction has made this event comparable to the Alabama Riverfront Brawl that took place in August of 2023, nearly 2 years ago. Reactions were quick to surface online, with many taking sides, as this has showed signs of having racial undertones. As predicted, many white conservatives were upset and let their feelings be known on social media. A few would even attempt to point out the hypocrisy of what could happen if the roles were reversed. One user would write, "A group of black people jumped 2 white people in Cincinnati, sucker punching a woman and knocking her out cold. If the races were reversed, this would be on every major news outlet in the country. But since it's not the narrative they want, they'll ignore it. This was violence, disgusting, and unacceptable. They should be charged." Another user would agree and write, "If I punch a black person, I would be convicted of a hate crime. If a black person punches me, I deserved it because of oppression I was never part of." Aside from social media users, several notable figures would also speak out against the brawl. Elon Musk would share a photo on X of the unconscious woman that was knocked out by another man. He wrote, "That guy almost killed this woman. Aggravated assault." Musk would also reshare a message from another X account which posted, "0 AP news stories about this attack. 0 Fox News stories about this attack. 0 PBS stories about this attack. 0 NYT news stories about this attack. 0 NPR news stories about this attack." Musk would respond to the user in agreement, also asking, "Why 0 stories?" JD Vance was another to chime in, saying that the thugs involved should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
What I saw, and I haven't seen the full context, but what I saw is a mob of lawless thugs beating up on an innocent person, and it's disgusting. When you have a grown man who sucker punches a middle-aged woman, that person ought to go to jail for a very long time, and frankly, he's lucky there weren't some better people around because they would have handled it themselves. We have got to make great American cities safe again, and the only way to destroy that street violence is to take the thugs who engage in that violence and throw their ass in prison.
As more conservatives seem to rally behind the white victim seen in the video, a greater racial divide becomes exposed as more information about the night comes out. So, what do you guys think about the Cincinnati brawl that took place over the weekend in the response of the white conservative and social media users? Let us know in the comments below. And be sure to stay up to date with the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
It's not a hate crime.
Not at all.
It's not a hate crime.
Not at all. keep your hands to yourself.
It's too many times people been in a club and people get in fights, or you fight somebody one-on-one and other people jump in and everything. That's natural reaction out in a public place or everything. That's not a hate crime.
Not at all. Not at all. I done seen instances where somebody's getting jumped on and motherfuckers, people will go and get their licks in and don't even have no dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? They just want and they go about their business. You know, so but the man should have kept his hand to himself. I can't control these people around me. All they know is they seen you smack me. And once they seen somebody go on go mode, it was like, all right, well, it's ass whooping time. I mean, now as far as the woman who was hit, I don't condone hitting no woman, you know, but you can't control 100-something people. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of a fight, who's gonna turn around and say, hey, don't hit her? Hey, don't hit him. Nobody's gonna say that, because the moment you take your eyes off of the person that's in front of you or your peripheral, now you getting sleep. Now you laying on the concrete. So, but,
Do you think it was overkill?
Do I think it was overkill? In a sense, yeah. Cause like I know in the fights and the brawls that I've been around, like once somebody's on the ground defenseless, I tell, hey, go ahead, let him up. You know what I'm saying? Leave him alone. Ain't no use of stumping him out. You know what I'm saying? Like he good. He don't want no more. You know, that's me personally. But everybody don't think like I do. You know what I'm saying? I can recall a time when we got into a brawl sort of like that. It was 100 plus. It was the whole band versus 6 or 7 college students down in the South Carolina State, and we beat the pure T dog shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, you can't control everybody. I mean, the band staff, the teachers, the chaperone, they was all trying to stop us. But when it's 100 plus people, what the fuck are you gonna do? You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? So you can't really. Yeah, it was kind of overkill though. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them ain't have to jump on them, but again, like I just said, I done seen instances where people have no dog in either side of the fight, and they'll come in and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just cause it's a fight going on. You know what I mean? They'll get them a couple licks in, and they running back to the car, hee ha haing about it. But,
yeah, and I think that's what the situation was with the man that hit the lady, because when I watched that video, I seen that. And it was like the last clip, and she was just running up, and he was just an innocent bystander. He wasn't even a person that was directly into the fight with the men. He was just there, and I seen her like run up, and he just cold popped her, and I was just like at that point, I was just like, "You're doing too much," you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, and I made it even a comment without knowing the full context on Instagram, saying like, you know, talking bad on us, and like, damn, bro, like, we got to do better, because like, even no matter if he called you a racial slur, no matter if he, you know what I'm saying, attacked you first or whatever, but like, once we done got him on his ass, like kicking that man in the head. And then the thing is, like, I feel like no one took in consideration, which I know you know, it's a heat of the moment. I get it. They're young people, but it was a lot of older people out there too when you watch that video. But I feel like nobody took in consideration that, you know, it looked like the man might have been intoxicated to his own right. It's not everybody's responsibility to take control of you and your ignorance. But also he was an older man too. So I felt like, you know, he wasn't as big of a threat once everybody jumped on him. And I felt like once he was on the ground holding himself, and we repeated to punch him in his head and kick him in his head, I felt like, you know, that was overkill. We already beat his ass, you know what I mean? But go ahead, Marshall.
I don't want to blame racism on alcohol, but I'm sure that played a factor being at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was something like that, nothing good happens after midnight. So,
Yes.
I don't want to blame it on alcohol, but I'm sure that was a contributing factor.
Yeah, I think it was a contributing factor. The thing happened after the Cincinnati Jazz Festival, and now the Jazz Festival is catching a lot of heat for something that happened after the festival was actually over. So, what type of repercussions you think that do for like festivals in that community going forward further?
They're gonna probably heighten security. This is gonna make it harder for the party goers. You know what I'm saying? Now more people gonna be getting pulled over for DUIs. Like I say that all the time. With me doing my 4th of July block party, like y'all do something stupid out here, you're just gonna make it something. It's gonna make it harder for yourself when you leave up out of here, because now the lawman gonna get behind you. You know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna be stopping you, harassing you on your way to your car because of something like that happening. Um, Alcohol. It's a It's a hell of a thing. I mean, once you on it, you know what I'm saying, you on it. And like you said, you in the heat of the moment. But I agree, 110%. That was definitely overkill. Like, I mean, the man on the ground, he defensive, he covering himself up. Like, he don't want no more. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? He done learned this lesson. Keep it pushing. But, everybody want raised like that. And sometimes we don't use our best judgment when we're under the influence, whether it be alcohol or any type of drug. So, yeah, I mean, I hate to see it happen like that, but at the end of the day, I hate to be devil's advocate, but sometimes people need their ass whooped. Sometimes people do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes people like to get drunk and say things and challenge people and think they the biggest, baddest thing walking on this earth.
Yeah.
And then when you get smacked in your face, now it's like, oh, okay,
Oh. Oh shit.
okay, yeah, you know what I mean?
This is real.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I mean, I do understand that. I do understand that, and I don't condone me. I mean, I don't condone them walking up to a mob of black people and slapping somebody when you outnumbered and you see the tensions. I mean, like, come on, like you have to be aware of your surroundings and what I mean? You caused this ass whooping, you caused this national uproar from everybody, and because it was a Caucasian versus a mob of African Americans, you get the racial tensions and the racial divide, and then you get people to say yes. They are like Vance, the fucking vice president, to say that these are thuggish people. They hit an innocent man and they deserve to be put in jail. And it's like, okay, that's cool. So we're not going to say nothing about the man who caused the shit, who was being belligerent. And they don't tell you that it's 2 videos that's before the ones where they actually beating his ass, where they are walking away and giving him grace because they knew that he was drunk. But he like antagonized the mob, and to the point where he felt confident enough to strike someone. And when he struck someone, that's when he got his ass whooped. Now that happened, but my only thing is just I'm a father of 5 daughters. My biggest issue is I don't like to punch towards the woman towards the end. I don't condone that, But and I feel like it was plenty of females that was attacking the man, so it was plenty of women around to lay the woman out if it had been that way. But I didn't like the fact that I seen a man cold cocking a woman and she was on ground conscious. Like I mean, it to Elon Musk, right? He could have killed her. You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up thing is, even though we were defending ourselves or protecting the young black boy who got slapped against a larger white man, okay, even though we defended him and jumped on the white man, I felt like we should have felt a halt when he was on the ground, because had one of those blows to the head killed that old man, then it would have been another story too.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's your whole life changed over, a 15-second dispute. So yeah, man. I just think collectively everybody involved should have done better. I'm not going to point fingers at us without pointing fingers at the people who antagonize the situation. But I do feel that even though, you wrote that check to get your ass whooped, I still think that was a little OD.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marshall.
But if we add more policing to, say, the jazz festival and everything, isn't that just going to deter people? Because you're going to feel like you're going to have to look over your shoulder every time you go out or anything like that. Because I don't know. Because the more I go and I see cops, the less fun I'm going to the less I'm going to be worried about having a good time and more worried about me accidentally doing something or something like that. It's going to be sitting in the back of the mind like they're just going to wait for something to happen.
Right.
Like they're waiting. You're not there to enjoy the festival, but they're waiting for something to happen after the festival.
Yeah.
One thing I want to touch on about the what you call it, with the vice president, whoever he is.
JD
I didn't like what he said. Saying that they were lawless thugs and all this and that. Not one time did he speak on the man that slapped the person. Not once. It was all about.
He called him innocent, but he did cover himself and say he don't know the full context, but just basing off the video he's seen.
He called him innocent. Okay. Yeah, so all right. So you're talking about aggravated assault. Okay, is not assault putting your hands on somebody? I mean, so you can't, like you just said, you can't point the finger here and not point the finger there.
Yeah, I seen that they had 5 people charged, and then I seen that they now, because the video I showed y'all was like 2 days ago, so I think now they actually got like the people in what's it called, in custody.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see the people who started the shit in custody, so I don't know how that works.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild. I mean, granted, they shouldn't have hit the man while he was down, man. I mean, I was ready to never kick a man while he's down.
No,
let that man get up. You know what I'm saying? If he's done, he's done. You know what I mean? If he wants some more, then whoop his ass some more. But
now let me ask you, like, what kind of safety measures you think we could have done to prevent things like this from happening, though? Maybe was it not enough security out there at night? You know what I'm saying? Was it not enough presence?
That wouldn't have mattered.
You said it wouldn't have mattered.
Let's just be real.
What you think, Marshall?
Was there a cutoff on alcohol at this jazz festival? What time did they stop? What time did they stop serving? Did they serve all the way up until the last place, the last person, the last performance, or did they cut off hours beforehand?
Right.
And were you allowed to bring your own alcohol? Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's an outside festival.
Yeah, you can do your own little,
bring your own cooler.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. BYOB. If it's one of those type of kickback festivals where you got like tailgating going on, you really can't control nobody alcohol consumption at a facility. Maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe having more little crowd control, or maybe having a certain time frame for the people to clear the streets. Because 3 a.m., like Marshall just said, nothing good is happening until 12 o'clock.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. Only thing good happening is sweet cheeks. That's about it. That's about it. That's the only thing good that happened after midnight. Other than that, it's all bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. Sorry that old man had to get whooped on like that.
What do y'all think about the ladies, the young lady perspective, and her saying that we've seen it in another light, and then certain people who saying that if it happened in another light, it would be media outrage, or why is it not enough coverage for it? What is your opinion on that? What do you two?
I think they pick and choose what they want to be famous on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there's a lot more things that happen on the news that happen with the similar storylines but I
Yeah.
think they pick and choose what ones they want to run with, depending on the climate of the situation or something like that. Because if you look at the news, generally the stories is the same thing. There's a small differences, but it all comes down to the same stories all the time. So I think they pick and choose what they want.
Yeah. 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 Mm-mm.
I agree with that, Marshall. They do pick and choose um what stories to cover, what stories to make the headlines, and that was just a story. It wouldn't have, like, the us as the public. I'm speaking on the public in general, not just me, you, and Mr. Marshall. Us as a public, we feed on chaos and catastrophe. And that right there wasn't really enough to really even run on the headline news, PBS, CBS, and ABC and such. That wasn't really enough. Now, if somebody would have been in the ICU or, critical condition or, Lord forbid, somebody would have lost their life, then yeah, it would have been, hey, run
National
this story
news.
right here. Run this
Yeah.
story right here. Guy or woman loses their life after the jazz festival. But just so somebody just got their ass whooped, whether it been by 100 people or 5 people, it wasn't worthy enough to be run, on those big news advocates.
Right. Right. What do you think? What do you think we can do as a community to, I don't know, create some type of togetherness? Because like you see a lot of racial tension right now across America. Like, what could we do to remedy that? Do you think?
Bro, this in my true honest opinion, man. In my 36 years of life, man, there's really nothing we can't do, bro. Racism is not gonna stop. The tension behind. I mean, we could continue. Like, hold on, let me rephrase that. There's a lot that we can try to do and try to implement, but with it been going and ongoing for so long, it's really no. It's like really no cure to it. You know what I mean? Because um, I might be preaching, hey, all Caucasians are not bad. And Marshall might be preaching, hey, not all African Americans are not bad. And then it takes that one apple that'll put, a sour taste in either side's mouth. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's at this point, man, what really could we do to stop it? Because as you've seen on numerous occasions, whether it be alcohol involved or not, or drugs involved or not, once somebody gets to that certain of anger, the ER comes out. You know what I'm saying? They say nigger, you know what I mean? Or they say cracker, or you know what I'm saying? The racial insults come out. Let me just say that. The racial insults come out on either side. You know what I mean? So it's just like you take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
So, is it the race or is it just people? You know what I mean?
People.
What you got for me, Marshall?
I think the only way to do it, and we have the worst way of doing it, is we don't love thy neighbor.
There you go. There you go. Love, man. Love is the world's Achilles heel. We don't get enough of it. You know what I mean? Jay said it a lot. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Everybody rather lead with hatred instead of love. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
If we did the elementary rule, treat someone how you want to be treated. If we really treat everybody how we want to be treated, no matter what the fuck they look like, I feel like the world would be a better place.
And we have to start, and it starts at home. A lot of the racial tension starts at home. A lot of people, kids, children, adults, they're groomed from a young age not to like a certain race inside the home. And people are like, well, how are they groomed? just off the natural things that come out your mouth, the natural things that you say. You know, you might be saying, you know, XYZ behind closed doors, and then when you're in front of that person, you're smiling. So, you know, the kid might be looking at you like, well, mama, you know, mommy or daddy, you were just talking about Marshall the other day, but you're smiling in his face now. And then when you go back home, man, I can't stand it. Goddamn Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Saying more and more and more. So as a child,
Kids
you know,
sponges.
they're sponges. They're soaking it in. They're soaking it in. So as they grow up, now they start to reflect how they were taught. You know what I'm saying? A lot of racism is taught on either side. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and try to, you know, be pro black or be pro white. It's taught on both sides. You know what I mean? So it's like it starts at home. It starts at home.
I do want to correct you on something though, because I
Go
don't
ahead.
want people. I don't want people to get the misconception that pro black or pro white means that you're racist, or that means that you don't appreciate another race. Just because you're pro black don't mean that you don't appreciate or love other races. Just because you're pro white doesn't mean that you hate other races. That's not what that term means. I just want to clear that particular term up. That's all.
Appreciate that. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, man, we brothers. I love to be, you know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism, or you know what I'm saying? Correct me all the time if I'm speaking wrong. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
like, I want to say thank you for correcting, because a lot of times that when you put in the pro something like that, it sounds like a lot of people take it as in like you're more on that side than you are. They're not. So I'd like to say thank you for saying that.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no problem, fellas, no problem. You know what I'm saying? I just like for us to be of like minds. You know what I mean? So each one teach one type of thing. You know.
Hey, man, you learn something every day.
Yeah, and I think I agree that, you know, certain behaviors is taught within the house, but I do think that, you know, the media keeps shit going. You know, I think the media is definitely an instigator. You know, I think certain movies, certain depiction of things, way that we see things in the media creates how we feel, and they keep those divisions and tensions going. I think so.
Because like I just said a few minutes ago, we thriving off of chaos. So they're going to keep throwing, you know, prime example. Think about when think about when Trump was running against Kamala. You know what I mean? You know, they, even though it was a political campaign, but what was one of their main, you know, markers that they kept putting in front of the public? The racial side of things. You know what I'm saying? Trump don't like black people. Kamala doesn't support white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the media does, and it's just like, man, can we talk about the politics? What are they really going to do for us? You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? But as you just stated, you know what I'm saying? The media, they're going to keep proning it on, because why? The viewers going to go up, their pockets going to get fat, and then here we are getting dumber and dumber.
I mean, I think it's even bigger than that. I think they get more by us being divided. I think they understand. If we understood that we are the people, that we are the dollar, that the dollar is just an illusion, that we make everything work, and if all the people collectively got on one accord to get anything done, we would do so, and nobody could stop us if we all collectively, as one people, push an agenda. That agenda would get resolved, solved, completed. But if they keep us divided, then we can just target certain people and keep division going and conquer all, because we got y'all divided. We got y'all fighting against each other instead of fighting against us, the system, or fighting against us, the 1% of the world that controls everyone else. What you got for me, Marshall?
If you think of media as making enemies during in air.
There you go. There you
That
go.
motherfucking Marshall, boy.
Man, had
Boy, you be on your tippy toes. Boy, that boy be quick on his feet. Boy.
Man Hatter. It's Man Hatter. We got some fun facts for today because my man Marshall got to slide up out of here. He got a
Football practice.
football practice. You know what I mean? My man finna
Football
be
practice.
assistant coach out there. Might as well tell him how to.
I can't do that. You know how I get when I get passionate. I can't be yelling. I can't have the fuck word coming out every other word at 8-year-olds.
That man gonna be like Adam Sandler out there, man. Fuck yeah!
Get the fuck up. You're okay. That's the fucking asshole.
I see. That's why I can't touch. That's why I can't coach the young ones. I'll throw like a couple of zingers from the sideline or something like that, or talk to the coach. But I can't coach the little kids.
Hey, look, but I tell you what, man, you get way further with passionate people. You get way further. I don't think they say that gentle parenting shit, but like, you know, even when you see the little gentle parenting videos, you know, when you talk a little stern, you let them know like you ain't playing. When you got a coach that's like, get your fucking ass up. Your mama not here, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like abuse, like verbal abuse, but like to a young man, like it
it's
creates
inspiring.
Man, it's so inspiring. It's so
it unlocks that inner beast, man.
Yeah, it unlocks their inner dog. You know what I mean?
It does, because
maybe it's something different for women, but for men, I feel like young boys need that shit.
Hell yeah. I remember I was playing pee-wee ball. We was doing a little hitting drill. I'm a little guy, so of course, you know what I'm saying, they put me up against the bigger guy. He smacked my ass. I'm over there, you know what I'm saying, I'm hurting. Man, coach came grabbing my face, man. Tonio, you get your ass back down there right now. And he threw me back down there and put the same. Now I'm laying on my back. I don't know who he put down there. What he do? He put the same big motherfucker down there. But after he got on my ass and chewed me out, that next play, boy, lit fire to his ass. There you go. That's how you do it.
So
you know
did you do the drills where it was two guys on their back and then you had to get up and then go after them?
Yes, that drill right there.
They don't do those Omahas no more because I asked about it. They said they basically outlawed it in the league.
What? Oh man,
yeah,
that shit made us tough, man. They need to do stuff like that, man.
We did.
They need to go watch Remember the Titans or something.
Yeah.
What did he say? He said, "I'm your daddy now." Yeah. So, but on a lighter note, man, July 31st, 1498, y'all, and July 31st, Christopher Columbus becomes the first European discoverer of Trinidad. Look at that. Now, I wondered, they say he discovered all these places. Now I'm trying to figure out, did he discover these places or he just conquered these places?
He might have been a tourist. He might be the first tourist.
He might be the first tourist. Right, exactly. In 1790, the first U.S. patent is issued for Samuel Hopkins for the process of making potage. What's potage?
Hold on.
Am I saying that right? Potage? Am I saying that right? Potage? Am I saying that right?
Oh, I'm looking at the questions. I don't see that one. You said 19 what year? I don't see that one, brother.
Hold on. Let me send them to you real quick. No worries. I got you.
Dang. What the
It's
heck?
potage, right?
Yeah, potage. Yeah. I'm guessing it's got to be.
It got to be potage. Yeah, well, in 1790, the first U.S. patent is issued for Samuel Hopkins for the process of making potage. I don't know what that is. In 1876, Colorado is admitted as the 38th state of the United States. So on this date in 1876, Colorado is admitted as the 38th state of the United States. There you go. A little fun fact for Colorado. In 1919, the first American to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, Charles Lindbergh, is awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross in 1919. What you got for me, man? Had
Potash is a term for potassium-bearing minerals primarily used as a fertilizer to enhance plant growth provided by soluble potassium.
There you go. He was the first one to make a patent to help. He was the first Miracle Grow formula. There you go. Before there was Miracle Grow, there was Potage, baby. And Samuel Hopkins created the patent for it. There you go. In 1942, the first flight of the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress bomber was in 1942 on this date. You want to do number 6, Marshall?
Sure. In 1945, the United States drops atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, leading to the end of World War II.
On this date in 1945, this is the anniversary of us dropping those
Nuclear
atomic
bombs.
bombs.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Montana, number 7, Bob.
1964, the first successful test of a nuclear-powered submarine, the USS Nautilus. Okay, Nautilus is conducted.
8-8.
All right. In 1971, Apollo 15 astronauts David Scott and James Irwin become the first to ride a lunar rover to the moon.
Marshall, 9-11.
In 1980, the U.S. announces a boycott of Moscow Summer Games in protest of the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan.
How about that?
1991, the Soviet Union and the United States signed the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. Start. 1997, the first Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, not Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, is published in the UK.
How about that? 1997. I was 7 years old. In 2000, on this date, 2000, just straight 2000, the final episode of the popular TV series, The X-Files, aired.
I remember that show. That was that show.
In 2003, the United States officially ended the military presence in Iraq after the fall of Saddam Hussein regime. 2006, the United States Security Council adopted Resolution 1701, calling for a ceasefire in the Lebanon war. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, 15, brother.
In 2016, the U.S. Department of Justice releases a report on the Baltimore Police Department's practices and patterns of discrimination.
Also, today is Natural Avocado Day for those who eat avocado or love avocados. Today is Natural Avocado Day. July 31st is Natural Avocado Day. A little fun fact about today day. You like avocados, Marshall?
Never tried them.
Really? Never ate avocados? Never ate guacamole? None of that shit?
Nope.
Mind blown. I love avocados, bro. Man, you gotta get you some Hispanic friends.
Oh, I have Hispanic friends. I don't want to say had. I have Hispanic friends. I just have a very simple palate.
Respectfully, understood. I love Spanish food, bro. Oh my goodness, yeah, man. And they put a lot of avocado in their foods. That's the reason why I said that. But man, listen, oh yeah, that should be so good, dog. I mean, it really don't got no taste. It's just very healthy for you. I love Chipotle. Y'all got Chipotle up there?
Yes.
Man, you gotta get you some of that guacamole, bro. Just put your little dab on your bowl next time. It's a superfood. It won't do you no harm. I promise.
I don't eat. Well, to be honest with you, it's green, and I don't eat green vegetables.
Green vegetables is good. So where's you getting your fiber?
I don't get fiber.
See, no, we're going to fix this, Marsha.
I don't eat green vegetables. I haven't eaten vegetables my entire life.
What? That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh, you're one of them kids.
Yes. I'm still refusing to eat my vegetables. It's 40-something years later. I'm still refusing to eat my vegetables.
I'm still refusing to eat my vegetables.
I call Chipotle.
Chipotle?
Yeah, because all the women in Fayetteville eat at Chipotle. So you're looking for a hot single date, go to Chipotle.
Never knew that. Okay, got it. Hey, Chipotle, whatever you say. Yeah, check it out. Hey, you might find you the woman of your life. Just go and get you some Chipotle.
That's it. You might find an avocado.
Make you a taco. All right. Yeah. Hey man, before we close out, man, y'all guys got something positive for the people, man.
To everybody out there, man. Once a man is down, man. Leave that man alone, man. You done did your business, man. You ain't got a man. Look, bro. You proved your point. He don't want no more. It's okay to walk away to be the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't allow nobody to put their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Words, yes, they can hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? I know they should say sticks and stones may break my bone, but words may never hurt me. Yes, they will. But again, like I said, man, don't never kick a man or woman while they're down. You know what I mean? If you're man enough to raise your fist and hit somebody, man, look them dead in their eyes.
Say so. I like that. Marshall, what you got for the people, brother? You got some cooking too. I love it.
Step through the door, even if there's a door on the other side of the door.
Woo! Step through that door, even if it's a door on the other side of the door. Walk through them doors, man. Don't be afraid to.
Yeah.
See what's on the other side of that thing. You know what I mean? Hey, and I'm gonna do it just like this. Nothing happened until you make something happen. You know what I mean? So in that regard, make something happen.
Yeah.
Straight up, you know what I mean? Peace and love, man. Hey, before we get up out of here, we got to pay some bills. We're going to shout out oldglory.com. If you go to oldglory.com and you put Art for Change in the promo, you get 15% off the entire website. If you go to Molly B's, that is mollybz.com, and you put Art for Change in the promo, you get 10% off her whole website. Also, if you go to Patriot Water, which is spelled Patriot, like you spell the Patriot, but ox.us, if you go to that website, you get 10% off their entire website if you put Art for Change as your promo code. And this is the way that you can help Art for Change in any way by buying products for your own self. So until next time, baby, like, subscribe, know that we are live Monday, Thursday, and Sunday at 9 p.m., baby. Peace. Art for Change. And we out.